Welcome to the ConnectALL product demonstration webinar. This is Soumya Menon, and I head marketing communications for ConnectALL. I'll be your moderator for today. I'm excited to be part of this webinar as much as the speakers for today are. And as the title suggests, ConnectALL's Universal Adapter literally connects hundreds of tools. What does that mean to you and your teams, and how does that optimize your software delivery value stream? I'm pleased to introduce Lance Knight, ConnectALL's SVP and GM, and Sharath Bhaskara, our Director of Technical Services. They will take you through the capabilities of the Universal Adapter and why we do what we do. We'll have questions, we'll have time for questions, so do type in your questions in the Q&A box, and we will take it up after the presentation. Without taking up more time, I'm handing it over to Lance.
Great, thank you so much, Soumya. I'm here today to talk about this great announcement about our ConnectALL Universal Adapter. I've got Sharath with me here today to show the product itself with some of the things that it can do, the Universal Adapter. Before we get into all that, I did want to talk a little bit about how things are changing in software delivery today. Software is truly eating the world. It's in everything. It's ubiquitous. It's in the phone, in your pocket, it's in your washer, it's in your dryer and your refrigerator. And this software can communicate to all the other software. And companies today have to learn to keep up with this evolving world of software, and speed is becoming the new currency. The ability to deliver innovation in software at a rapid pace is a competitive advantage that all companies must start to seek. Because of all of this, there's been all different types of methodologies, from the thoughts of shifting left to all the things that are going on with DevOps and containers and all these things. And companies are finding it difficult to navigate the waters of all the change that is going on in software development, software delivery today. And if companies don't adopt to these changes, they're going to become irrelevant. Kind of like the smaller banks are starting to be more and more relevant because they can't keep up with the mobile experience that is provided by the larger facilities. And there's a whole bunch of other companies, industries that are starting to become irrelevant, where customers are seeking what you're getting from a faster delivery pace of software and interaction with their companies. To help with this, the industry has come up with a whole line of different solutions and tools to help you with that. And truly, that is a tooling explosion. There are so many solutions out there today to do so many things while you're developing software, allowing you to take advantage of speed as the new currency. We come up with this phrase that it's like the Cambrian age of when life was just developing, where there were creatures to do all kinds of stuff. And that's true here as well. There are endpoint solutions that do so many different things, either whether that's in monitoring, deploy, operations. There are just an explosion and a myriad of different solutions in order to help you be more effective in software delivery. So at ConnectALL, because we're a company dedicated to allowing businesses to achieve, or enabling businesses to achieve, higher levels of agility, predictability in their software delivery systems, and we do that by connecting people, process, and teams, we've kind of stepped up and created the Universal Adapter. And I'm so excited to announce ConnectALL's Universal Adapter. And the Universal Adapter is going to let you connect any two tools in your software delivery system, and actually tools outside of your software delivery system as well. And it's going to bring this next level of value stream optimization to your businesses. With the Universal Adapter, any monitoring tools can amplify feedback loops into your planning tools or into your operational tools. When you're moving forward to deploy, I can use some of my other tools to execute scripts to do that. It really opens up this new world of looking at your end-to-end and being able to use ConnectALL to connect all those together and orchestrate some things along that way as well. There's 3 scenarios that we've been talking about here at ConnectALL. Those are full bi-directional synchronization between any 2 tools using our custom adapter. Yeah, we also do have synchronized premium adapters, and they have a place as well, but this really brings that whole set of products that are in the DevOps space into that realm of connection and really dealing with that explosion of tools over there and being able to connect those tools into my planning tools. So bi-directional synchronization, even if it's a tool in planning that we don't have, we can connect to it. Sharath is going to show that to us today and how we can attach that. He's going to show us Trello to Jira using our universal adapter and our Jira adapter. The second one is the ability to capture information from any source. So any application that can post or push that information to ConnectALL, we can capture it and have it synchronize and create artifacts in your systems of decision. We can have that information get into ConnectALL and create issues and tickets from any source. The example I like to use here is you're running Selenium, there's a script, it comes across an error, it can push that error into ConnectALL and create an artifact in Jira or version 1 or whatever solution you're using to manage your development. And you can also write scripts to do this as well. So I could have a script doing some information and capturing information in delivery and then push it through. My monitoring tools, a lot of times they have that ability as well. And then also the ability to trigger events using ConnectALL. So I could log into my planning tool, put in a task, ConnectALL could see that task and trigger events. For example, I could submit my code, put a task in Jira, and say build, and it would go build that for me, going all the way to Jenkins. So the universal adapter has a lot of great use cases that can be used to improve your software delivery value stream. And the outcomes you can expect by connecting your full value stream, using that from the right to the left, is you're going to improve quality, going to reduce rework. Just by the fact of using ConnectALL to help your company shift left with your quality solutions and letting your developers run tests that maybe ran into quality department, that's going to help you reduce rework. And of course, along the way, all of this is going to reduce cost as information flows and increase your value, your velocity in your value stream. So I'm really excited about, and you can hear this in my voice, about the universal adapter and the value that's going to bring to our customers and allow you to connect almost any tool in your software delivery and take information from monitoring all the way back through. So Sharath is going to take us through a really quick presentation that he's put together with a universal adapter, and go right ahead, go for it, Sharath.
Thanks a lot, Lance. I'm starting to share my screen. Let me know if you can, if it is good. Okay.
We got it.
Great, great. So yeah, we talk a lot about this DevOps tool chain, DevOps explosion, tool explosion. And when we talk about that, we also talk about ConnectALL or any integration product in the market and what is the actual benefit that it provides to me as a developer or as a tester or as a release manager, right? So we need to really, today I'm actually trying to establish the fact that the integration solutions will help you seamlessly do your day-to-day tasks without any issues, right? So already to the expanding tool chain, we are going to add one more, that is the universal adapter that will try to integrate with all these applications and seamlessly synchronize your data between the systems, right? So consider I'm a developer and I bring my own tools with me to any organization I go, right? So I'm using Trello to build my stories, work on tasks, and track my work. And my team is using Jira, right? So if whenever I create a new task for myself in Trello and add some details into it, I want my team to be able to see what I am working on, right? And I want them to know transparently when I started working on something. So I'll go and create something in my Trello. And when I go into my Jira, my team should be able to see the work that I am planning to do, right? So you can see here, the card that I have created for my work is already synchronized into Jira, and you can see all the details like the priority, external ID, the URLs for me to directly go to that Trello board and see what is happening on that board, right? So, okay, now I have got this feature as a developer. I have to do some work, right? So let's go into Eclipse and let's start doing some development for this, right? I will do this. ConnectALL home variable name. Okay, so I did some feature. I went ahead and coded something. So the next thing I'll do as a developer typically is to run some tests, make sure everything is good, and then run some code scanning tools like Sonar or Fortify, uh, or trigger a build in Jenkins, right? So this is the typical developer day-to-day activity that happens for all of us, right? So right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to run a Sonar scan, and then capture the report in Sonar, right? So I can always go to Sonar and see what all the issues that are logged, what is the line number, are there any code smells in my project? Is there something happening, right? So I can always go and see that. But say if I want to see this within my Jira directly, I would let ConnectALL to synchronize the data into my Jira task and see it in the issues tab here. Okay. So in order to establish that, what we have done is we have built two application integrations within ConnectALL, one from Sonar to Jira and the other from Jira to Trello, right? So Jira, version 1, Rally, all these are our standard adapters that ConnectALL supports. The Trello, Sonar, Jenkins, all these are new applications that we wanted to integrate. In order to do that, we use the universal adapter. So first thing that you'll do is you'll go into universal adapter, you'll upload your configuration, or you define your configuration here in line, right? For your Sonar Cube, this is my ID field, this is my title field, and this is my last updated date, and these are the date formats it uses. So you'll define your metadata in here, and then you'll go into your application link and you start building an integration for that. So here you'll see we are giving the REST endpoints directly within the configuration, right? So when I try to build integration with my Sonar, I'll give my REST endpoint, and now the Sonar API talks in its own language, right? How does ConnectALL parse it? How does it interpret that language? In order to make sure we know we both speak the same language, we introduce this transformation scripts that are on the fly business rules that are executed on your payload to convert your application requests and responses into ConnectALL's language or the semantics. So you can always come here, test your specifications, and proceed with your integrations, right? So once you build your integration, you'll be able to create your application link and synchronize the data seamlessly between all your applications. Today I have Sonar and Trello, right? And it took me like maybe a couple of hours to build this integration. I can start doing Jenkins. So whenever I do a test or run a JUnit test in my Eclipse, it goes and creates a build and triggers a build in my Jenkins. And it gives me endless possibilities to work with and to integrate my applications on a total, right? So once I build my configuration, I can also export them so that I can share it with the community, right? I can share it with my fellow developers who can build on top of this universal adapter configurations of ConnectALL. So we are also having a GitHub community. We are building a community of having all these universal adapters in GitHub. So you can always go and get those new configurations and build your integrations straightforward, right? So that's pretty much what I had for today, and we'll be glad to take any questions.
Thank you, Sharath. Yeah, we do have a few questions here. How do I get the configurations for different tools for the universal adapter from the GitHub community?
I can take this question, Lance. So as I've just told, so we are actually our sales solutions team. When we talk to new customers, we are seeing lots of different use cases, lots of applications that they wanted to integrate with. So what we are doing is whenever we come across a new use case that the market is having a problem to solve, we build a universal adapter specification for that, and we put that into our GitHub account. You can watch our ConnectALL organization and always get your latest configurations from the GitHub community.
Okay. The second one, how do I move my configurations from a dev server to a production server?
Yeah, like I told you, we have a feature to export and import your configuration sets. So you can export the configuration that you have defined in your dev server and then import it directly so that you can build your application links with those specifications, with those metadata, whatever you have defined in that.
Okay. Can I trigger a build with the universal adapter?
Lance, you want to take this?
Well, sure, I absolutely.
All the questions.
So yeah, I mean, using the universal adapter, you can trigger a build. As a matter of fact, we had a past webinar of something close to that, but we brought it all together where, you know, with ConnectALL, I can put a task in Jira and it'll see that and it'll push information and execute a build in Jenkins or other tools. And you go further than that, you can execute scripts that'll, you know, have test runs or a script that'll build you a container so that you can start developing against. It really opens up that world of being able to not just synchronize, capture, but improve flow in your day-to-day life. So yes, absolutely.
Right. We have quite a few questions about, you know, what if a tool doesn't have an API?
Well, I can let you take that, Sharath, if you want, or I will.
I can do that.
Okay.
So ConnectALL does not mandate an application to have a REST API, right? So if your application does not have a REST API, you can write a wrapper on it and then integrate it with ConnectALL, or you can use any of our custom database adapters or anything else to pull that data and synchronize your data still, right? So ConnectALL as such do not mandate any application to have its own API, REST API. It can be SOAP. You can have any wrapper you can build and you can publish the data to ConnectALL, or you can publish the data to that application through ConnectALL.
Yeah, to add on to that, you can also use our database adapter that lets you connect to tables and things in databases to get information to flow if you need to in what you're doing. And the other piece of that database adapter is now that we can connect to any of these tools, all this information that you're synchronizing, capture can go up into a data mart where I can do analytics. So if I don't have an adapter for a particular tool, I can use a universal adapter get information from that solution, not just synchronize it, put it up into a data mart for analytics, very straightforward. So any of the analytics that you use to drive your business across all these tools, we can capture that and create reports and things for you as well.
Right. We have a question about how the license works. Someone was asking, do we need to get a license for every single application or integration?
So yeah, that's true. So from a ConnectALL perspective, each one of the configurations that you set up or tool, you need a license for the universal adapter. It goes by URL. So each adapter that you set up, you'll need a license for each one of those. So you'll need a license for the universal adapter to do all of your different tools.
Right. Lance, probably you could take this one. What kind of reports are available in ConnectALL?
So the basis of ConnectALL, the reports that are available in ConnectALL are simple flow reports of things synchronizing and happening. But outside of ConnectALL, by capturing information and putting it into a data mart, we can then create metrics and measurements with the tools like Tableau or whatever BI tools you want. And we can talk about what tools you need to the best metrics that fit your needs. And we can capture that information so that you can affect change. So we can help you get the metrics that matter as things flow through this. So if I wanted to get information from Jira, fill a data mart with that with our database, and then we could create the metrics that you want within your organization.
Right. So someone's asking if we do have integrations with testing tools. I guess, yes, we definitely do, right?
Yeah, a myriad of different testing tools. We have, with this adapter, we can go and connect already to a bunch of other testing tools. Some of our more complex testing tools, like we just announced the addition of what I call our standard adapters that go deeper than the universal does for Tosca. So we have a Tosca adapter now, we have a QC adapter, we have Smart Bear adapters. Across all of those different tools, we have adapters today. And if we don't, 90% of the use cases that are out there today to have information flow back and forth from those testing tools is can be completely handled with our universal adapter.
Right. We have two more questions and then we'll wrap up. One is about the deployment model. Is it SaaS or on-prem?
So either.
Right. And how long does it take to configure the universal adapter?
Well, I think Sharath kind of answered that, and I just correct me if I'm wrong, Sharath, but it could take as little as a couple hours or maybe a day, depends on a couple of things. Sharath, you answered that for me. You just set up these adapters. How long did it take you to set up Trello?
Yeah, for Trello, it took me like 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I did it last night, and Sonar, it took me a couple of hours. Yeah, definitely not more than that.
And of course, one of Sharath's goals as the head of technical services will be announcing really soon training for the universal adapters so that people can use it and deploy it by themselves. And if I'm right, Sumi, you want to wrap up now, or do you have more questions?
No, that's all the time we have today.
Okay, great. So
I'll
finish up by asking everybody to check out our reviews on our G2 website. We've got some great reviews out there on ConnectALL. Also, for the people on the phone today, I'd like to announce that we actually do have a training program that you can sign up for. You'll get trained on basic things within ConnectALL, how to set up a synchronization and get information flowing, the hands-on environment that you can use within ConnectALL. And if you'd like to watch any of these demos or recordings that we had before, they're going to be up on our website. And also they'll be available to you in YouTube. So with that, I'll put it back to you, Sumi, to wrap us up totally.
Sure. Thank you, Lance and Sharath, and thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope we gave you a good picture of how ConnectALL works and the capabilities of the Universal Adapter. If you have more questions, write to us at sales@connectall.com. Thank you so much.